Hey guys, Rob Davis with One Blue Robot here with Robert, who is just got his boat back from Keith at Boat Interiors, Keith Burnett. So I'm sitting in place for Keith Burnett. He's actually off camera. Show him off camera right here. There he is. So Robert was nice enough to come in and talk a little bit about his experience with Keith, what he thinks of the final product, and so we're just going to kind of get to that. So first of all, we were talking off camera, Robert, about how you found Boat Interiors. I know you said you've lived here for a long time.
Yeah, I lived here for 20 years, so I knew the shop was here, and I was always curious, and so.
And you actually got referred to some place in Dallas, you said.
Yes, and but I didn't want to trailer it all the way to Dallas. This was the obvious choice, and so.
So all of those years, so you have this beautiful Supra boat, and we're going to have some other pictures. We have before and afters that you're going to see in here. So your first meeting with Keith, what was it like?
He seems like a good guy. I mean, yeah, we're similar minded, and you know, I had no problem, you know, trusting him. And now that I see the effects, it looks good.
Awesome. So what'd you have done to your boat?
The entire boat. And
the entire interior?
Yeah, and that's what I would recommend. Just have the whole entire boat
Just
done.
get it done. And
Just
I know
get
that
it done.
so you said you've had this boat for a number of years. I know you're a conscientious boat owner. You keep it covered.
Yeah.
You take care of it, keep it clean. But it still came to a point where you needed a new interior.
Yeah. In fact, the front and a lot of the cushions weren't that bad, but the sun deck was bad. It was cracking, and these seats were cracking, and that was cracking, and there was cracks here and there, and yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. So, and my wife wanted new vinyl, so yeah.
Okay.
What the wife wants, she gets.
All right, so it was done deal. So when you first saw it, what did you think?
I thought I was relieved. You know, I was a little stressed out over the whole scenario, and but generally pretty happy. Yeah.
Tell me about your experience with Keith during the process. I mean, was it?
Well, yeah, we talked a few times, and but mostly we just set it up, negotiated it, and I left it, and you know, came back and picked it up.
So there really weren't any hiccups or anything?
No hiccup. Well, you know, the trailer was a hiccup, but that's
right.
a whole other story. Which
had nothing to do with Keith.
Yeah, nothing to do with Keith, but Keith was gracious enough to deal with it and get my trailer fixed. So yeah. But,
so that's an important point, I think, because I'd forgotten about that. Your trailer had a faulty axle or something that was wrong.
A torsion axle failure, and so they had to take wheels off to roll it around on just one axle. So it was a pain to deal with, and Keith, no problem. And then he arranged to get the axle replaced for me. So
he kind of went, which isn't anything he normally does. I mean, it just was something, it's kind of the extra mile.
Yep.
Right? So that's outstanding. All right, so what would you tell someone, just to kind of wrap up, Robert, that has a boat, considering, you know, getting their interior done, with your experience of seeing the after product, working with Keith, what would you tell them in terms of, is Keith someone you would refer, and if so, what would you tell people?
Yeah, I would refer them, and I'd say no worries, and I would say do your whole boat, just bite the bullet, and it'll look a lot better if the whole boat's done, you know. And yeah, especially if your boat's a 2007, you know, and you care about it, you know, it probably needs to have your end vinyl done. And a lot of people probably don't do vinyl, but you know, I think they should. You know, it helps in resale. It helps. You know, the boats are getting more and more expensive. You know, when I bought this boat, they were like 50, 60,000. Now they're like 100,000. So I think vinyl is becoming more and more valuable. You know,
I think Keith even mentioned, just you made me think as we wrap up. Keith mentioned that, you know, this is replacing your vinyl and having a boat that looks beautiful again like this isn't probably even the sales tax of buying a brand new boat, right?
Exactly, and it's totally true. You know, because you look at a $100,000 boat, 8% tax. Yeah, that's $8,000. Twice, almost twice as much. So yeah, the tax is ridiculous. And as soon as you drive a new boat off the lot, you know, the depreciation is another $8,000. So So
Well, if I came by you on the lake and I saw this boat right in the water, I would think that's not knowing unless I really knew, that's a pretty new boat. That's a nice looking boat.
This boat gets compliments all the time. I think of the color. I think people like the boat.
And it's still 10 years old, and yet it looks like
Yeah.
this now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be good.
Well, Robert, thank you. Appreciate you taking
Yep.
the time. Great visiting with you guys. One Blue Robot, Keith Burnett Boat Interiors. You need to find him. You need to talk to him. You can reach him, and we're building more and more social media stuff. But share this video with your friends that have boats. Even if you don't think they need an interior, they may have something they want done. It just may be a piece. They may want the whole thing, but you definitely need to visit with Keith. Robert, thank you again. Keith, who's off camera, show him again. And we'll be talking to you guys soon. All right.